finally happened. After nearly a decade, I finally got my hands on the First4Figures Sonic Generations Diorama statue. Graciously provided permission by Muneji to open it. Keep this little tidbit in mind for later. Foreshadowing. Ooh. This statue was released way back in 2013 and was the start of their Diorama series of statues that would include a character and a specific locale from a respective game. One aspect that First4Figures is always known for is their high quality resin painting and the fact that these particular statues are very limited. They come with a price to boot. Can't forget about that. This one in particular was seemingly reprinted a few times, including for the Sega shop when they briefly included statues and figures, but now depending on when you look, you can easily find them for around $150-ish, also depending on their edition, which of course is more expensive. They go by the exclusive edition, which essentially lets the statue light up. This will bankrupt you in most cases, so better just use your imagination for lighting up. Oh boy, I completely forgot how big this thing is. Yeah, slightly concerning, but home. Oh no, dude. Oh dear God. How am I supposed to? I'm actually very concerned. So it comes with a full spread of generations, but yeah, this thing is actually this big. Oh God. Gotta somehow pull this thing out. I don't know how I'm gonna do this. You don't know how crazy I am that I get to unbox this thing. It's not even mine, but look at it, man. Just, it's so gorgeous. I have dreamed of the day I'd get to see it in person. Just even the graphic design on the actual box itself is crazy. Just look how gorgeous this box is. I have freaked out over just the box when I was a kid. I used to watch Kobaner Manny 456 when he was doing videos. He unboxed this thing. Oh my God, that was my comfort video back then, because this statue was like just the print quality, the actual graphic design on the box, but even just the actual proper coloring on the figures themselves. I mean, can you even call this a figure? It's just a statue, but it was just incredible. Like the amount of detail and quality that First4Figures always has it's like insane. I mean, it comes with a price point as well. I'm sure this is not one of their most expensive, at least back in the day, but I'm sure adjusted with inflation, it has to be at this point. I think back in the day, this wasn't that expensive. So the fact that it looks this good just from, they're amazing, man. It's just, I wish it was more accessible, and luckily, lately, they've been doing a lot of more PVC statues, which are a little more accessible when it comes to, you know, actually buying them. So, yeah, I'm glad these are more affordable now, especially if you look on eBay at the right time. You'll find like some of these going for like 100, less than that, or just a good price point, to be fair. Considering how expensive they got at one point, that's a pretty good price. Oh, one thing about First4Figures, which was really cool to me, is that they actually gave you which number you had of the production line, how highly limited it was back in the day. So this was limited to 1,000 pieces worldwide. So this is 492 out of 1,000. Over the years, Sonic the Hedgehog has been himself in a plethora of sensational adventures and breathtaking locales. First4Figures is proud to unveil an entirely new line of Sonic the Hedgehog collectibles, the Sonic Diorama Collection. Yes, by the way, this was a line of statues that they had at the time where they would have some locale highlighted with each character. So for Generation's case, it would be City Escape, with Classic using his classic board that he would use in some of the missions, and you know, modern Sonic using a skateboard from the first half of the level. But yeah, this was an entire line that they made. I think it's still going, but much more slowed down than it used to be. But that era of First 4 Figures was just magical. I don't know what it was about it, but it was just so cool seeing like all of these Sonic tubers and like all of these people unbox these statues. It was like so, it was something I wanted to see in person. Even if I didn't personally own this, it's just, I've always wanted to see it, just to hold and see like the print quality, like having to see this thing just huge here. It's so cool. And by the way, when I actually brought this out, it was completely, it caught me off guard because this was not the size I remembered it being. It looks way smaller in videos. But to give you a size comparison, I think it goes off to my calves, or at least my hips. So just to give you something. The collection will celebrate iconic scenes from Sonic's amazingly diverse history, from unforgettable stages and historic moments from the games themselves. The first in its collection is City Escape. I actually didn't remember it was a first. Originally seen in Sonic Adventure 2, then completely reimagined in Sonic Generations. The scene depicted in this diorama features both modern Sonic and classic Sonic boarding their way down the streets of the famous City Escape stage. Modern Sonic is on his snowboard, tearing up the asphalt, while classic Sonic is launching himself off a ramp in his skateboard. You know, when I actually saw this, every time I see this particular statue, I always get reminded of that leak that used to exist for Forces, where somebody basically made up a leak before a Sony presentation where it was rumored that Forces was going to be featured in. And it had classic actually going around in the stage while you were playing as modern Sonic going into Sunset Heights. And I thought that was the coolest concept ever, because if they were going to bring classic Sonic back, why not bring it back as an evolution, as in like having him running, showing the power of the next gen consoles? I thought that was the coolest concept ever. And, you know, sadly it ended up not being real, but I so wanted it to be real. So every time I see this statue now, I just get reminded of that concept and how Sonic Team could have made something like that if they had the bigger budget and everything, you know, the proper stuff that they needed. But at least we get it in this form, which is still cool. Don't get me wrong, but it's just a lot of things with Forces went wrong. But I'm glad this exists. Also, don't know if I showed this part off, but damn, man. It's just, oh god. Images. Oh, I never saw this actually. Nobody really highlights this part of the packaging, but images of product prototype. Actual product may vary. To be honest, even though they put that warning on there, most of their statues are really high quality, so it never really matters. Right, now we gotta pull this thing out somehow. Oh, I guess we'll speed it up or something. I'll see what I'm doing editing. I hate cardboard boxes. I try to keep the packaging just nice and steady, and it's so impossible to keep like everything intact. But yeah, be very careful. Yeah, look. Dude, it's here. It actually weighs like it. Oh, I'm guessing there was something here. If I can pull Kobana Mane's video, I have to see if there was something that was included, like a little card or something. I'm guessing this was a discount for future statues if you were interested in purchasing more First4Figure products. But yeah, that's not there anymore. Dude, look at how big that diorama is. Now, something I'm immediately noticing is that the actual color of the, let me take one out. Oh my god, even these have tape. Oh man, look. I wasn't kidding when I said that these are so high quality. It's just, you can't kind of see it unless you're seeing it in person. I don't know if it's coming through the actual video itself, but these are kind of discolored a little bit, almost like they were catching like humidity and stuff, and you know, just natural degradation of color. But I'm sure, you know, you can just paint over it and stuff. But honestly, it's pretty well kept for what it is. Oh my god. And luckily, Sonic's irises themselves are actually still white. So honestly, like this is a pretty easy fix if you know what you're doing. But you might devalue the resale value. But if you're buying this, don't be a dick, man. Don't resell it for so like much money. I actually wanted to give you an aerial view of this because it's just like these things. I can't really represent them. Like, it's just, they're big. Like, look at my hand. I don't know if this is a good reference or not, but these guys are so big, and especially this platform. Yeah, I'm starting to notice that there's a little damage on there. Maybe just, that was already there, like, from the production. But it's just, damn, man, these are huge. I'm also glad that they put cushions there, because I don't think First4Figures actually did that back in the day. So I'm kind of glad that the guy who sent this cared enough to do that. Dude, this is so cool. Look how beautiful the paint job is on that. They really always put such exquisite detail. Just, it's so good, man. Like, even on the smallest things, the paint job is so nice. That's one thing I always liked about First4Figures. It's just like the way that they paint everything. Yeah, it's so good, man. I don't know if anybody truly went in depth here, but like these are glossy. Like, just it's just such good detail. It's like high quality paint. It's good. I gotta be super careful here, but look at the boy. Look at the boy. The boy that's coming out soon, baby. Oh, God. He's almost one piece. I hate myself. he's almost one piece, but dude, it's just, I really love the paint job. Like, it's so high quality. Like, it's been years since this game came out, especially since this statue came out. It's just so good, really. It would be a funny detail if these actually rolled, but even this, like, look how good it looks. Oh my god, it's almost like it's real. It's a real skateboard. Okay, before I actually put them in, oh my god, the asphalt and everything, they're so, like, the detail on this is so good. Oh, look at the jump ramp. There's even like the dash lines of it being a conveyor belt. That is so good. And ironically, well, the classic Sonic does use it like in a little portion of his stage, but modern should be the one like skating down this part. But let me put it together. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my god, it's fully together. Oh man, I've been wanting to see this as a child. Dude, it only took, I think, not even kidding, like a decade to see this happen, but hey, I'm just glad. Oh my god, I can't believe it's almost been a decade. And this thing is so holding together. To be fair, it takes good owners to take care of this thing, but the fact that it's so well maintained and like you can see all the nice paint job things. Obviously, like, it might need some recoloring on the gloves and stuff. And also, I wasn't able to get this glove specifically just right, so I got it as best as I could. Honestly, this one slid in way better. So that's just a little quirk of First4Figures. I remember people always having trouble with the glove specifically, but this dude just slid in since he's almost like literally one piece. The only thing that was missing was this. So honestly, like the fact that he just slid in so good, oh, you can get some amazing camera angles with this. It's just fantastic. Honestly, it's just, I did it. We did it. Thank you, Mian, for actually letting me like mess around with this. It's crazy. I never thought I'd actually get to see one of these in person. Damn. You got we yeah, we did it, guys. We made it. Yeah. I'm so happy, dude. This is just like I don't even know what to say. It's just I'm glad I get to see it in person, how big they are, like, and especially the quality. I'll always vouch for first four figures. They can really stand the test of time, even if the owner's a little bit reckless, especially here. But they just stood the test of time. Just oh, yes. Hey, so remember how I told you to keep in mind that this was supposed to be Mune's and that I would send it to Mune? So apparently, according to them, they've been plotting this for 5 years, and now that they got the chance to find one relatively cheaply, they decided to give it to me when I showed them that it was a legit statue. So I own this now.